Hello and welcome. I'm Mina, and this is the fourth and final class within our series together. And we're today adding the Padma mudra to our arsenal of mudras that we've been working with so far. And this mudra represents the lotus flower coming out of the mud and then blossoming. It represents also our heart chakra opening and cleansing, and helps us in getting more receptive with loving unconditionally. And we are going to start lying on our backs today. And we will place a block lengthwise on our backs with the top corners kind of opening our hearts. If you don't have a block, you can also roll up a blanket and place it just under the tips of your shoulder blades. Take a moment to find the position, palms facing up, away from you. And if it doesn't hurt your lower back, you can extend your legs. Let the feet splay out. And taking a moment here to settle in. Feeling your back body touching the mat. Your heart open. And if you haven't already, you can close your eyes or find a soft gaze. And feeling the breath massaging your organs. Allowing yourself to let go a little bit more through the shoulders, the neck, the belly. And in this shape, with our front bodies exposed, a little bit more vulnerable, sensing into the arms as an extension of our hearts. So anatomically, our arms start in the shoulder blades and in the collarbones. And energetically, our arms are really an expression, an extension of the sense of touch, which relates to the element of air, which again relates to our heart chakra, our ability to touch others, our ability to receive touch. And so today, as you move through the poses and the gestures, I invite you to move from your heart, expressing what your heart wants to express. Taking one more deep breath into the shape. Wonderful. And then slowly pressing your elbows in the back of your head into the floor so you can gently move the block or the prop out to the side and just stay here for a moment on your back. And just feeling the blood flow change. Now you've removed the block. Feeling the front body, how it's closed up a little bit. Beautiful. And then you can bend both knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. then start to rock back and forth on your spine. You can hold on to the backs of the thighs, massaging your back body until you sit up. And then we'll move right away onto our hands and knees. Take your time to settle into all fours. Spread your fingers. The extension of your heart. Claw the mat. And then moving through cat-cow as you inhale. Gently drop your heart, squeezing the shoulder blades, gazing forward. And as you exhale, press the earth away as you gaze towards your belly button. Inhale again, opening through the front of your body. Letting the shoulder blades glide down the back. Gaze forward. And exhale, press into the earth. Tailbone reaches down. A few more times at your own pace, riding the breath. Beautiful. And then slowly coming into center. And we'll move our hips back towards child's pose. Wonderful. Breathe here for a moment. Remember that you can always come back into the shape if you feel like you're out of breath, or you want to reconnect to yourself. Nice, and then we'll keep on flowing from here. Inhale, round your back to come back into a cat position, shoulders over wrists. And as you exhale, tailbone points up, come into an arched position, gaze forward as you slide your hips back towards your heels. Inhale, round, come back forward. Shoulders over wrists, spine up towards the sky. Exhale. Through a gentle back bend, gaze forward as you pull your hips towards the heels. 2 more times. Inhale, waving your spine forward. Claw the earth. Suck the energy up through your hands into the heart. And then exhale through a gentle back bend. Keep on gazing forward as you pull your hips back. Last time, inhale, round forward. This time, tuck your toes under. And as you move your hips back through a gentle back bend, tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back into your first downward facing dog. You will walk out your first down dog. Staying soft and receptive through the hands. Wonderful. Finding stillness in your downward facing dog. Let's ride the breath here again. Inhale, coming forward to a plank. Around your back, just like we did. Shoulders or wrists. And then slowly bend your knees as you glide back to downward facing dog. 2 more. Inhale. Ride forward. Wave. Strong front body. And then as you exhale, gently bend your knees. Tailbone reaching up as you glide back to down dog. Last time. Beautiful. And from here, slowly walking the feet up to the top of the mat. Feet can be hip-width distance apart. Soft bend in the knees. Gentle forward fold. Shake your head, yes and no. Feel like you can swing a little bit side to side. If that feels good in your lower back. And we'll take our time to roll our spines up. Bend your knees even more so that you can really point your tailbone down. Start to press into all 4 corners of the feet. Slowly stacking the vertebrae. Shoulders and head comes up last. Once you're there, you can roll your shoulders back. And then come into your Tadasana. Beautiful. Hands at the heart. Feel the feet pressing into the floor. Crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. Lift your heart gently up against your Anjali Mudra. And we'll extend our mudra flow to Padma Mudra. You can follow me as we inhale, as we did in the last few classes, brushing up on your heart. Exhale, Inchan Mudra, lowering the hands. Inhale, reach your arms out and up, Inchan Mudra. And then clasp your hands into Kshipana Mudra or Kali Mudra as you exhale, lowering the hands down. And then inhale into Padma Mudra. Exhale here. A few more times. Anjali, inhale, brush up. Exhale into Chin Mudra. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale through Kshipana Mudra. Inhale, blossom your heart. Exhale to settle here. Wonderful. Inhale through Anjali last time. Exhale into Chin Mudra. Inhale, arms out and up, reaching up. Consciously bringing together into Kshipana Mudra. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale into Padma. And as you exhale, let's fold forward in your Padma Mudra. And then bring the hands down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. You can always press your hands into the shins. And then exhale, full forward fold, stepping your left foot all the way back. Inhale, let's come up, hands into Anjali Mudra. Exhale, sinking into your high lunge. Wonderful. Mudra flow. Inhale, brush up. Exhale, hands down in Chin Mudra. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale in Kshipana Mudra. Inhale here in lotus, lift your heart up. And then exhale, glide your hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ride your breath into plank. And then exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, into cobra. Squeeze your shoulder blades, press the feet into the floor. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift your left leg up towards the sky to prepare. Then exhale, gaze forward and step it all the way through between your hands. When you're ready, inhale, rise. Hands in Anjali. Exhale, sinking into your foundation. Mudra flow. Inhale, brush up on your heart. Exhale, lower arms in Chin Mudra. Inhale, scoop out and up. Hands in Kshipana. And then exhale, hands down to the heart. Inhale into Padma, like you're blossoming here. Your heart opens. And then exhale, ground your hands down to the floor and step forward into a forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Legs in the spine, create space. Long neck. And exhale, fold it a little bit deeper into the space. Inhale, bend your knees slightly as you press into the earth. Reach your arms up. Hands into heart. Anjali Mudra. Beautiful. Inhale, bend into chair. And exhale, sink a little lower. Mudra flow. Inhale, brush up. Exhale, fingers into chin as they lower. Inhale, scoop your arms out and up. Exhale in Kshipana. Inhale, blossom your heart in Padma. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Gorgeous. Inhale, halfway lift, create space, length, brightness. And exhale, fold and step your right foot all the way back. Lower your right knee. Inhale to rise into your crescent lunge. Exhale, sink. Inhale, brush up on your heart. Offer, exhale, in Chin Mudra. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. And then exhale, lower your hands in Kshipana Mudra. Inhale, blossom your heart. And then exhale, lower the hands down. Right hand presses into the floor, left fingertips up towards the sky. Perhaps left hand in Chin Mudra. Take a moment to reaffirm the connection to the legs. Through your right hand reaching up through the left fingertips. Wonderful. Take one more deep breath here. Press your right foot into the floor so you can reach the crown of your head a little bit further. Nice. And then gaze down with your hand. Lift your right knee up. And then start to walk your left foot to the center of the mat. First option, right side of my foot and grounds. Left foot, right hand variation of side plank here. If you want to come into your choice of side plank, you can do that. Left fingertips perhaps still in Chin Mudra. Press your waist up towards the sky. Keep on expressing through your heart and your fingers. Inhale, and then exhale, left hand down to the ground. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, ride your breath to plank. And then exhale, lower chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra or up dog, your choice. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Wonderful. Inhale, lifting the right leg up towards the sky. And then exhale, step your right foot in between the hands. Lower your left knee down. Wonderful. Inhale, come up, hands in Anjali. And exhale, hips move forward and down. Mudra flow. Inhale, brush up. Exhale, hands lower in Chin Mudra. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hands into heart in Kshipana Mudra. Inhale, blossom your heart. And then exhale, left hand comes down to the floor. Right fingertip up towards the sky in Chin Mudra. You're gently twisting from your shoulders. Keeping those shoulder blades gliding down the back. Wonderful. From here, gazing down, lifting your left knee up. Again, starting to wiggle your right foot to the center of the mat. Grounding through the outer edge of your left foot. You can stay here, find your side plank variation. Wherever you are, keep on expanding from your center out through all of your limbs. And then slowly gaze down, right hand grounds, right foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale, ride your breath forward to a plank. And then exhale, lowering in your own way. Inhale, your back bend of your choice. And then exhale into a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in here through the nose. And out through the mouth. Gorgeous. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. And then bend your right knee. Stack the hips. And perhaps gaze over your left shoulder to your right tippy toes. Keeping both shoulders square. Keeping both hands expressive, even if they're weight-bearing. One more inhale here. And then exhale. Right foot grounds between the hands. Lower your left heel and we'll move right away into warrior two. Windmilling your arms. And then settling into the shape. Wonderful. Strong legs here. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, side angle of your choice. Forearm on your thigh, or the inside or outside of your front leg. Left fingertips in Chin Mudra. Delicate hands, and a strong body. Wonderful. Inhale, straighten your front leg as you come into reverse triangle. Open up the right side. And exhale into triangle. Right hand on your shin. And again, left fingertips in Chin Mudra. Feeling sandwiched between two planes of glass here. Leaning your upper body slightly back. Nice. From here, gaze down to the floor. We bend your right knee like you're coming into side angle. Left hand onto left hip. And then walk your right fingertips forward and out to the side a little bit. Left foot wiggles in, preparing for half moon here. When you're ready, step into right foot. Right fingertips support you. And kick the left foot back. Wonderful. Stacking the hips here like in triangle. Stacking the shoulders. Strong core. Perhaps lifting your left fingertips up in Chin Mudra. If you would like to play with your balance, you can of course gaze up towards the sky. Keeping the breath smooth. Attitude playful. Nice. Gaze back down, rebend your right knee, left hand to left hip, and we're going to ground the left foot. And then walk both hands to the inside of the right foot and all the way over into a wide-legged forward fold. Starting with the fingertips underneath your shoulders. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to fold. You can simply hang here. Allow yourself to fold forward. If you'd like to be a little bit more active, you can bring your peace fingers around your big toes. And fold forward. Wherever you are, finding your weight evenly distributed over all four corners of your feet. Nice. Your next inhale, slowly gaze forward, hands underneath your shoulders again. And then keeping the feet where they are, we're just going to walk our fingertips in spider fingers over to the right side. Stretching through the right side here. The more you pull your left hip back in space, the more you're going to open the left side. You can always keep your knees soft and bent. You also don't have to walk your fingertips over so far. Nice. Take a deep breath in. And exhale to melt our hearts. One more breath. Beautiful. Gaze forward. Point your right toes to the front of the mat. Plant your left hand underneath the shoulders, and we're going to come back into that side plank variation that we did. Right fingertips up towards the sky. Right foot wiggles to the center of the mat. Left outside edge of left foot grounded. You can stay here or stack the feet to come into a side plank. You can also bring the feet in front of one another. It's going to give you a little bit more stability. Wherever you are, 2 more breaths. Perhaps right fingertips in Chin Mudra. Beautiful. And then right hand down to the floor. And then press back to downward facing dog. If you would like to take it through a vinyasa of your choice, this is your time to do that. If you would like to rest in down dog or in child, you can do that as well. We all meet eventually in a downward facing dog and move through the other side. Inhale, lifting your left leg up towards the sky. Bend your knee and then stack the hips. Left shoulder reaches down as you gaze over your right shoulder towards your foot. Take one more deep inhale here, stretch out, knee reaches up towards the sky. And then exhale, step your left foot delicately between the hands, right heel grounds, warrior two, windmilling your arms. Gazing beyond your left fingertips. Inhale to reverse warrior. Keep your left knee bent deeply. And then exhale your variation of side angle pose. Right fingertips in chin mudra. Keep on broadening through the collarbones. Keep on pressing through the feet into the earth. Nice. Inhale, straighten the front leg, come back up, reverse triangle, open the left side. And then exhale, hinging at the hips, coming into your triangle. Right fingertips, perhaps, in chin mudra. You can always gaze forward or downward if your neck isn't collaborating with you today. Beautiful. And then slowly gazing down, right hand onto right hip, and then bending your left knee as if you're coming into side angle, walking the left hand to the front and slightly to the outside. Wiggle your right foot a little bit closer so you feel the weight pouring into your left foot, left hand, and then slowly transitioning into half moon. Stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders, if you like. Right fingertips reaching up in chin mudra. Keep on reaching out through your right foot. If you like, you can gaze up to play with the balance. Expressing through your right hand and your right foot. One more inhale here. And then exhale, gaze down, right hand to hip, and then slowly reground your right foot like you're coming into a side angle, and then walking both hands to the right side of the mat into a wide-legged forward fold. You can repeat the same thing we did on the first side. Or inhale, lengthen the spine, fingertips underneath your shoulders. Exhale, hands interlacing behind you in Kushapana Mudra. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, grow even taller. And then exhale with a micro bend of your knees, folding forward. A variation of Prasarita Paratonasana. Again, evenly distributing the weight. Keeping your collarbones open. Feeling your mudra, that determination and clarity with which the finger is pointing away from you. Great, and then slowly release your hands back down to the floor. Next, inhale, fingertips underneath your shoulders. Lengthen, reset. And then keep your feet where they are. Walk your fingertips over to the left side. Side stretch through the right side. Nice. The more you pull your right hip back in space, the more space you create between the ribs and then the right side of your body. Wonderful. Slowly pointing the left toes to the front of the room. Come onto your right tippy toes. Right hand grounds under your right shoulder and then roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Again, you can wiggle your foot to the center of your mat in this variation of a side plank, or you can stack the feet or place them in front of one another. Left fingertips in chin mudra, perhaps gazing up. And then feeling the right hand strongly pressing into the earth. And the left hand delicately floating up towards the sky. Both inner thighs pressing into one another. Pressing out through the big toe ball mounds. Inhale here. And then exhale. Ground your hands. You can flow through your own vinyasa or rest in down dog. Rest in child's pose. Take another deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Wonderful. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. Bend your right knee. Stack the hips. Open it up. You can micro bend through the left knee and gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale here. And then exhale, stepping your right foot between the hands, lowering your left heel. This time for warrior one. Hands into heart, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, sink into your foundation. Mudra flow. Inhale, brush up on your heart. Exhale, hands down in chin mudra. Inhale, reach your arms out and up, coming into Kshipana. Exhale, hands into heart. Inhale, blossom your heart. And then exhale, come onto your left tippy toes. Wonderful. Gonna transition into warrior three. Keep the hands where they are. Bring your upper body forward. Shift the weight into your right foot. Flexing through your left foot. Nice. Keep on extending through the crown of the head. Heart is still open and soft. Transitioning into standing, left knee to chest as you stand up. And as you exhale, flex your left foot coming into standing pigeon. Heart still open, blossoming. Breathe here for a moment, hinging at the hips. Soft heart and soft hips. Nice. Inhale. Come back up, left knee to chest. Let's reach our mudra up towards the sky. And then exhale. We're going to come into a standing forward fold. You can release your mudra to touch the earth. You can extend the leg up towards the sky. You can stack the hips to lengthen the left tippy toes up towards the sky. Take one more deep breath here to lengthen, extend. And then exhale, bring your left knee to the outside of your right foot to come into the position of a seated twist. Wonderful. We're going to find a mudra again here, Padma, in front of your hearts. And then without using the hands, we're going to bring our right leg back behind you to come into a pigeon shape. You can untuck your right toes. Inhale into gentle back bend, open the heart. And then exhale to fold. You can bring the hands down in front of you in Anjali Mudra. If you like to extend the arms, you're welcome to do so as well. Taking a few breaths here. And pigeon. Your left shin can be as far forward or as your left heel as close to your thigh as you like. Becoming more aware of this bowing Hands together in the prayer. This humbling position. Beautiful. On your next inhale, slowly lifting your gaze. Bring your hands back into the heart in Padma. And then ground your hands. Tuck your right toes under and step back to a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Again, taking it through your vinyasa if you like. Or lengthening your spine out in down dog, child's pose. Your choice. We all meet in a downward facing dog to continue on the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky. Bend your knee, stack the hips, keeping the shoulders square as you gaze over your right shoulder towards your toes. One more inhale here to create space. And then exhale, stepping your left foot between the hands. Ground your right heel, preparing for warrior one. Hands into Anjali Mudra. Inhale. And exhale, sink. Mudra flow. Inhale, brush up. Exhale, hands into Chin Mudra. Inhale, reach your arms out and up towards the sky. Come into Kishapana. Exhale, hands in the heart. Inhale, blossom here. And then as you exhale, starting to shift your weight into the left foot. Coming on to your right tippy toes. Slowly into warrior three with your legs hard with your lotus gesture. Wonderful. Slowly transitioning into standing, right knee to chest. And then exhale here to arrive. Inhale, prepare. And then exhale, flex your right foot. Coming into standing pigeon. Right ankle on top of your left thigh. Keeping the shoulders soft here. Fingertips gentle but expressive. Nice. On your next inhale, slowly come up, right knee to chest. Reach your prayer or your flower up towards the sky. And then exhale, hands through center. We're going to transition into a standing split. Fingertips down to the floor. Left leg up towards the sky. We can stack the hips. Take one more deep breath here. Crown of the head towards the earth. Right toes up towards the sky. And then exhale, right knee to the outside of your left foot. Coming into the seat for a seated twist. And we're going to continue here with our hands in Padma Mudra. Inhale. And then exhale without using our hands, swinging our left leg back to a pigeon shape. You can untuck your left toes. Inhale, offering your heart and your hands up towards the sky in the back bend. And then exhale, folding forward, hands coming in Anjali Mudra. You can rest on your forearms or you can reach your hands forward to rest your forehead. Wherever you are. Feeling the gesture or the poetry or perhaps the meaning in the shape. Not just in your hands, but in your entire body. And allowing the breath to wiggle its way, move through your joints, to create space so you can surrender a little bit more with every exhale. Beautiful. Slowly, let's lift our gaze, lift our upper bodies, hands back in a flower. And then ground your hands, step back to a downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, we all come forward into a plank. And then lower in your own way, knees, chest, and chin. Or all in one piece. Beautiful. Untuck your toes, and we're going to come back into a Sphinx with Anjali Mudra hands. Press the backs of the legs or the feet into the floor. And we're going to melt our hearts here by isometrically pulling the elbows towards the hips without moving them anywhere. Nice. We'll flow here with our breath. Inhale, press into the hands so much that your elbows lift, like a cobra variation. And as you exhale, pull your elbows back even more to reach your heart forward. 2 more. Inhale, press into the hands, lift your elbows, lift your gaze. And then exhale, pull your heart a little bit further forward. 1 more time, inhale. Take a little wave, and exhale, pull the elbows back. Wonderful, and then rest the forehead on your hands. Beautiful. Nice. And when you're ready, ground your hands underneath your shoulders and then bend your right knee. We're going to push off of our right hand to come into Janu Sirsasana by bringing the right foot behind us and sitting up so we're facing the back of the room. If you came off of your mat, no problem. I hope you can still see me somewhat. Right knee bend in Janu Sirsasana. Inhale, reach your arms up to prepare. And then exhale, folding forward in Janu Sirsasana. Hands can be down on the floor, or you can find any bind that you would like to take. Every inhale, lengthening the spine. And exhaling to soften. You can always bend your left knee to keep some more space through the spine. Keep the space through the collarbones. Wonderful. Slowly on your next inhale, lift your torso up. And then bend your right knee and bring your heel in close to your buttocks. Inhale, left fingertips up towards the sky. And then exhale, hug your knee, twisting to the right side. Right fingertips can be behind you to support. You can, of course, bring your elbow to the outside of your left thigh as well. A variation of Marichyasana. Left hand can, of course, be in Chin Mudra. Wonderful. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, tiny counter twist to the left side. Nice. From here, you have the option of side plank or coming into Wild Thing. Left hand, outer edge of your left foot, grounding on the mat. And then press into your right toes to lift your hips. Right fingertips up and above, perhaps in Chin Mudra. And then opening your heart here. 3 breaths. You can always go a little bit softer in your legs. Every inhale and exhale to move towards straightening. Wonderful. And then slowly gazing back down, both hands to the floor. And then lower in your own way in one piece or knees, chest and chin. Nice. Other side. Bending your left knee this time. And then pushing off of your left hand to come into Janu Sirsasana on the other side. Left knee's bent, right leg is extended. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale to fold into your Janshasana. Again, your right knee can be slightly bent. Right foot active as if it was still stomping into the earth. Left kidneys are kind of folding over so that your shoulders are square over your right leg. Wonderful. Inhale, slowly come back up. And then exhale. Bend your left knee. When you're ready, inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, twisting to the left. You can wrap your left knee, left fingertips behind you, and twist over to the left. Again, if you like, you can bring your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Every inhale, lengthen. And every exhale from your shoulders, twisting. Great, slowly coming through center. Baby counter twist to the right side. And then grounding your right hand, outer edge of your right foot. You can come into a side plank or come into wild thing, lifting your hips up. You can come onto the tippy toes of your left foot. And then reach your left arm up and above. Nice. With every inhale, I like to bend the knees a little bit to get some softness, some space. And then exhale, press into the earth. 3 more breaths. Beautiful. And slowly gaze down. Replace your hands. And then step back or move your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Again, taking a vinyasa if you like. Nice. And we all meet in a child's pose. Again, if you like, hands in Anjali Mudra in front of you or behind the head. Wonderful. Taking one more deep breath in, child's pose, and getting there if you aren't already. And slowly sitting up on your heels and up to stand on your knees. Tuck our toes under and come into our first variation of Ustrasana, our camel pose. We'll move through a mudra flow here. When you're ready, inhale, brush up. Exhale, hands down in Chin Mudra. Exhale, reach your arms out and up. Coming into Kashipana. And then exhale, hands into heart. Inhale here, opening your arms or hands into lotus. And then breathe here. Moving the elbows towards one another. Lifting your shoulders up, back, and down. And then it's more like the lotus is coming closer to your face. And we're opening our heart up towards the sky here. You can breathe here or bring your hands onto the lower back. Or perhaps onto your heels. Wherever you are. 2 more deep breaths. Keep on reaching your heart up towards the sky. Hips forward in space. And then slowly lifting up, untuck your toes, sitting down, active hand into the passive hand, and close your eyes here for a moment. Sensing into the effects of the heart opener. Beautiful. And then setting back up for the second round. You can keep your toes tucked under, or if you like to move a little bit into a deeper background, you can untuck your toes. We'll start the same, hands into heart. Inhale through your mudra flow, brush up. Exhale, hands down and chin. Inhale, reach arms out and up, coming into Kshipana. And then exhale as you're lifting your heart, lowering your mudra to your heart. And then inhale, blossoming your heart further, lifting the heart, staying here. Option 2, bring the hands onto the hips. And option 3, bringing your hands onto the heels. Wherever you are, 3 deep breaths. Keep on moving your hips forward, your heart up. Feet pressing into the earth. And then slowly lifting up, sitting on your heels. Again, active hand into the passive hand. And becoming really receptive. You can close your eyes. Nice. From here, we're going to bring our hands together in Kshipana. And we'll just gently twist. Inhale to left, exhale to right. Inhale to left, exhale to right. Just a gentle readjustment of the spine after all those back bends we did. Nice, and then slowly coming back to center. And we'll move into a short plank hold just to activate the core again. Replace the hands, tuck your toes under, and come into a plank with a strong awareness of your tailbone reaching down towards the floor like you're rounding your back. And we're going to round our back even more like we're trying to come into a cat here, gazing towards the belly. Rounded high plank. And then exhale, slowly lower the knees, cross your legs, and then extend the legs forward, out in front of you. I'm going to move forward on my mat. Nice. Just finding Dandasana for a moment. Allowing the shin and thigh bones to press and sink down towards the back of your body. Hands next to you, you can press them firmly into the floor. You can, of course, sit on a blanket or a block, or you can always bend your knees. Wonderful. From here, bend your knees even more. Like you're gonna come into a rounded position here. Right hand reaches for the outer edge of your left foot. Left hand reaches for the outer end of your right foot. Nice. You can stay here and just enjoy the rounded shape. And you can start to walk, or if you have a slippery or mat, you can just slide the legs out. And you don't have to fully straighten the legs. You can keep them bent and just hang here. I'm going to stay here for 2 or 3 minutes. So finding a position where you can drop in, where it's not too intense. And the feet can be a little bit more floppy. because the hands are holding them. And then also noticing that your hands are touching your feet and your forearms are crossed. And this is also sort of a mudra or gesture or seal. Every time one body part touches another one, we're creating a circuit of energy, a flow. And we're guiding our energy a certain way. And that will have a certain effect on the body. And we can learn about all these things so that we can recite by heart what the mudras are called or what they mean. But we can also just ask our bodies what they mean. What effect does this shape have on my body, my mind, my emotions? Taking 3 more deep breaths here. Nice, and then slowly lifting your gaze, coming back up. Now you can either come into reverse tabletop or reverse plank. First demo reverse tabletop, fingertips facing towards your hips, hands slightly behind you, and then setting up the feet hip width distance apart. And when I'm ready, I'm going to press into my hands to lift the hips. You can gaze up or you can drop the head here. If you like to come into reverse plank, you can extend the legs out. 3 breaths. If you'd like to come out at any time, out of any pose, you're welcome to do so. And then slowly lowering the hips down. I'm going to walk my hips even more forward. And then arms out in front of you, slowly. For a count of 10, if you'd like to join me, rolling down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Let's bend the knees, ground the hands just to move through a few dynamic bridges. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale to lower down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Another deep back bend, just sinking breath with movement, allowing the nervous system to calm down. Inhale, lift the hips. And exhale to lower. Wonderful. Bending your right knee. Grabbing hold of the right knee again in Kshipana Mudra if you like. Left leg extended. And slowly bringing the right knee over to the left side in a twist. You can take any twist variation that you like here, or if you like, you can bend the left knee and grab hold of the foot with your right hand. Just noticing that this is also a seal, again, your foot touching your hand. Nice. One more deep breath. And then release your left foot. Come back into center. And we're going to switch sides. Starting by bending the left knee to the chest. Right leg extended. Perhaps in Kshipana Mudra if you like. From here, bringing the left knee over to the right side. Left arm extended. Or taking any twist variation that you would like. Or perhaps bending your right foot, reaching the foot. And again, coming into this bind or seal or gesture with your whole body. Beautiful. And slowly releasing the right foot, bringing the hips back to center. Hug yourself one more time in this mudra if you like, Kali Mudra. And then slowly extending the legs out, palms facing up, legs extended, feet splaying out to the side. And then if you like, you can press the back of the head and the elbows into the floor so you can allow the shoulder blades to come together a little bit more so that your heart can breathe a little better. If you like, taking a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then giving the reins back to your body. Allowing the fingers to curl in as they would naturally. Allowing your breath to be breathed as it would naturally. And if you haven't already, you can close your eyes. And allow the eyeballs to sink into the back of the head. Becoming a little bit softer with every exhale. A little bit more expansive with every inhale. And I will leave you here to absorb all the benefits of the class for a moment in Shavasana. If you can stay here a little while longer, please do so. If you like to come out with me out of the pose, you can start to deepen the breath. Start to wiggle your hands and toes. Stretch in any way that you would like to stretch, perhaps bringing the arms up above the head, lengthening from fingertips to toes. And then slowly bending one knee at a time to roll onto one side. Using your arm as a pillow. And then dropping everything you don't need, that you don't want to carry through the rest of the day, into the earth. And when you're ready, coming up to seated, supporting yourself with your hands. And then bringing your hands together in front of the heart in a seat of your choice. Feeling the spine lengthening up towards the sky. And we'll take it through one more mudra flow to close the space. If you like, you can join me in brushing up against the heart. Inhale. Exhale, hands down in Chin Mudra. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, hands through heart center in Kushipana. And then inhale, blossoming your heart here in lotus. And I'll bow my chin down towards my heart center in gratitude. And I thank you so much for sharing this short journey with me. Namaste.